What is going on, everybody? It is Luke, and I haven't been around for like 9 months. I checked, my last video was 9 months ago. Why? I did post in the Facebook group. Ultimately, because I kind of felt like I was burned out a bit in terms of the videos. Yeah, they were just getting a bit bland for me, and I didn't want to keep repeating myself. Like every Q4 comes up, I just do the same videos, or every Q1 comes up, I do the same videos. I wanted to only do them if they were relevant to something new or changing. And I felt that, I tried to kind of put up with it as long as I did with releasing the videos. Obviously, sharing content in terms of like helping people in the group isn't so much of an issue, but it was more to do with videos where I felt like it was just not, sustainable in terms of me bringing out a video every week for the sake of bringing out a video every week. So I kind of stopped. But in the last, 9 months, I've been focusing on other things. Ultimately, the time that I would have used for this, I've been using on other things. But now I've kind of got that nicely kind of critiqued, as in like nicely solidified down in terms of I know what I'm doing. I've got a bit more time to kind of give back in this community because there is many different little things that I've done, changed, tweaked, and things that are changing or have changed in the last 9 months where I feel like I can give back now. So, not to say that videos are going to be every week like they probably were before, but when there's a video relevant for specific topics, then I will bring them out. So that is kind of how I'm going to play it as of now. So what I'm talking about today. Is, many of you may already know this, but there's something you can do with expired stock. Before, back in the day, I used to have expired stock, recall it to the prep center or wherever myself. And many times I'll go, oh, that's in date, and then I'll send it back in. But obviously that costs. You got to withdraw that, and you get a removal fee, which is it's fine when it's a handful of things, but obviously when you start to scale your business, it gets to the point where it gets a little bit annoying. Definitely if you're using a prep center, because they're going to charge you to repackage that and send it in. And so over time, I obviously learned things, and there's a way that you can basically get stock checked before you actually recall it. So what you can do is you can come into inventory, the usual inventory section. Then you can go into remove unfulfillable inventory. And this is normally where you would go ahead and just remove, create removal orders for whatever the issue is, right? So you can kind of see down here, I have 2 items here and here. And these are related to Christmas puddings. And they're actually from last year, I believe. Yeah, they're from last year. Where I think, for example, I think Amazon jumps on the listing on this one. And this one says expired 54, and this one says expired 26. I don't think Amazon jumps on this listing. I think it was bought too many. Oh no, maybe they were. You can kind of see they were there. But anyway, I can't remember the reasons. But I had them, and I was like, well, that's fine. I'll sell them this year because the expiry dates were 2025, something quite long, or at least 2024. But what I've noticed, and sometimes I won't know this on general stuff here, but for example, you could accidentally put in the wrong date when you put in the expiry dates in, or Amazon just think it's expired, but it actually hasn't. And so both cases can be applicable. So what I do, instead of going ahead and removing all of these at once and just going and to send into the prep center, and then the prep center can work it out if they're ready to okay to send back in or whatever. Obviously, I want to remove that removal cost. So when you're withdrawing 55, I'm going to start to add up the removal fees. When it's just the odd item, not so much of an issue. So what I get my VA to do, but you can go ahead and do this yourself, is I'll go ahead and get her to do a bin check, BIN in capitals. Now, what is this? Well, I don't know why it's called a bin check. Maybe it's because it's in a bin and they check it. But I mean, I'm sure it's on the shelf, right? I've been to the distribution centers before, and they're on shelves. But whatever. Who cares what the reason is and why they call it that? And I'll go ahead and ask for a bin check on the SKU and then the ASIN and the title. So what I will do, instead of just go ahead and go, yeah, removal, blah, 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 and then work it out later, I'll go into the help on Amazon. I will then copy this, and this, and basically say, hi, we have 54 units here in unfulfillable inventory related to yeah. We believe that these are not expired, and can you please do a bin check on this specific SKU and ASIN? I'll make sure I cover my bases by saying SKU, ASIN, so they don't get confused, and they try everything. And then they go away, and they'll basically go and see if indeed or not indeed this stock is actually expired or not. In many cases, even on random things that I think, oh, maybe it is expired because I just don't know, you'll find that they'll actually come back in an email and say, hi, we've done an investigation. This stock is not expired, and we have now allocated or transitioned it across to fulfillable inventory. So it's a really nice way of basically stop mucking around and just get it back into stock. One, no cost to bring it back to you. And also you can get that item ready to sell again and maybe sell. If you've got no stock of that product, well, you can go back in now, sell it, or you can do whatever. And it's just a nice little addition to things that doesn't take a long time. Now you can do this once a week, once a month, depending on the size of your business. And you can go ahead and just get those all critiqued off. The good thing about it, no less removal fees, so more profits overall because you've got less expenses, and then getting stuff back in the stock so you can sell it, especially during Q4, right? You find that you've got some random items that are good Q4 products, good decent profits on it, and the time it will take to actually recall that and send it back in, that could be 2-3 weeks, depending if you use the prep center. So not only are you removing those removal fees, but you're also then doubling down in terms of getting those profits early and then potentially making compound profits on that over Q4, whatever you're trying to do. So I like this as a very simple task, but very effective. I always say I've said over the years, all those little things that don't really, seem like much, they add up. £30 here, £40 here, a little bit of profit here, a little bit of profit there that you wouldn't have had before. It can add up because you can go ahead and do something else, go ahead and do another thing, and then you've got 20 little tasks that all together add up, and they actually have weight, have a value that attributes to improving, or potentially if you ignore it, a detriment to your business. So I'm gonna leave the video there, nice and easy to start off the new video for the channel. Hopefully some of you can go ahead and use this, and I would just, I would add this as a weekly to monthly task depending on the size of your business, and I'd have it as a repeated task. It's something you go ahead and do. So obviously be aware of what you've already potentially asked about, or if you're unsure, go through them all and do it. Because obviously if you know which ones you had queried before, or if you know which ones are okay or not, then fine, you can go ahead and leave them, because obviously you don't want to go ahead and repeat the task on the same items that you have as expired. But again, if you're not sure and you're still trying to iron out a process, then there's no harm in going and asking again on products that might have expired, even if you've already asked about that, because again, it's going to save you some money, so why not spend a little bit more time making sure you do it correctly. I'll leave the video there. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.